Growing up in Norway House, Manitoba, a direct descendant of the heritage chiefs of the Poplar River First Nation, you'd think Edna Roger would be able to speak her native tongue. However, speaking Cree was never a skill she fully mastered. Her parents never spoke Cree in front of their children because at the time they believed that if they only spoke English, it was the only way they'd be able to get ahead in life. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Makena, and tonight I'm honored to share with you Edna Roger's life story. As a young girl, she grew up in a two-room home just outside the Norway House Cree Nation Reserve. Her parents had a very small house, so they decided to install a curtain in one of the rooms so the parents could sleep on one side and the 4 children on the other. They had no running water or electricity, and at night they'd use the northern lights and moon to light their way. They attended a one-room school on the reserve and often traveled by canoe or skiff. The Ninoan River, which flows into Lake Winnipeg, has been named after her family for centuries. During the Second World War, her father joined the army and was tragically blinded by an explosion while deployed in the Aleutian Islands. When he returned home, the family moved to Winnipeg so that he could attend a school for the blind. When Edna turned 19, she joined the Air Force as a teletype operator and absolutely loved it. During her time in the Air Force, she met Jack Roger. They were soon married and once discharged, moved to Jack's hometown of Victoria, BC. They had 4 children, 2 daughters, Terry and Deborah, and 2 sons, Jack and Richard. Edna briefly worked for the Department of National Defense, followed by 30 years at the Hudson's Bay Company, from which she retired. To this day, she still has lunch with her fellow retirees from the Hudson's Bay Company. Her involvement with Hyack began in 2002 when her daughter, Terry, was president. She's grateful that Terry was single at the time because she got to attend many events alongside her as the first mom. She enjoyed her time with Hyack so much during Terry's term that she's since volunteered during the parade, manning road barriers, at the antique fair, and at the Hyack table at Royal City Centre's Volunteer Festival. In addition, she's also volunteered at several events across the province, such as the BC Summer Games, Indigenous Games, Commonwealth Games, and the Vancouver 2010 Winter Olympics. Edna only began traveling in the past 20 years or so. Ever since her husband passed away in 1995, her daughter Terry has taken her on annual trips to Manitoba so she can visit family, and on tropical vacations to Maui. She's also looking forward to the US border reopening, as she thoroughly enjoys testing her luck across the line. Edna is blessed to have 3 grandchildren, 2 step-grandsons, and 6 great-grandchildren, along with her 2 daughters and son Richard. Unfortunately, her other son passed away in 2012. Edna currently resides in New Westminster and spends her time knitting, playing bingo with friends, watching hockey games, and listening to country music. I too love hockey and am always listening to country music. Edna and I have that in common. Edna's lived a life of hardship and perseverance. She overcame circumstances in her youth and diligently worked to create a wonderful life for herself and her family. I'd like to end by sharing a valuable piece of advice that Edna gave me. Always remember the importance of family through thick and thin. Love your brother's wife as you love your brother, and love your sister's husband as you love your sister. Thank you.